Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. Ben here. There's Belle. She's waiting for me to throw her bone. I just wanted to kind of talk to you for a few minutes. You see us having fun on the homestead, and different projects and taking place, and all that. And one, I want to give a special thanks to Denise. Got an amen from yeah, yeah, yeah. That was cute. Anyway, she does all the editing of our videos, and without her, the quality would be, well, it just wouldn't be there, and we probably wouldn't have the subscribers that we do. So I definitely want to thank her for all her hard work and efforts in editing these videos. But that's not the main reason I wanted to talk to you. I just, like I said, you see all the projects that we do and the things going on. And, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. There's a lot of, I don't want to say downside to it. I enjoy what we do, and I enjoy, we're truly blessed. We're blessed with the property, with our animals, with wonderful friends, wonderful neighbors. But some days it's just aggravating. These guys are aggravating, especially the last couple of days. They have been up there. Yesterday I chased them back in, particularly Laverne. Yeah, she's up there. Anyway, the goat. They've been going right through the paddock fences, not through the hard wire on the outside, not the perimeter fence, but the step-in post that we've got the paddock set up. Yeah, walking right through it. Shocking. We've tested the fence. It's what, 4 to 6 joules, I guess. Should be enough to keep them in. It's not. And when they run through, they knock the wires off. So, that's one of those things that becomes semi-emergency. Got to stop what I'm working on, run up, make sure they get in, because last thing I need is them going out on the road or, outside the main fence. They haven't done that yet, knock on wood. But, so today we moved them down to the next paddock down. Denise ran a 4th line of hot wire around that paddock. So far they've stayed in, but again, this is their first day in that area. Then we said, well, let's go ahead and take the cows down below the house again, down to the pond. Well, sure enough, we set up the alleyway like we did before. They ran down. They had, I think I got some video of them running along, hopping. I mean, big cows hopping and joyfully running down there. Then the next thing you know, you hear Decker and Katie barking. Oh, what's going on? And there's Dolly in the front yard outside the fence. I don't know where she went through. So there again, ran a second line of hot wire. That has not been an issue with the cows, and we don't want it to become an issue with the cows. So we ran that second line of hot wire. So far, they're staying in. But all said and done, to move the sheep, one paddock, and the cows down below, there went easily 3, almost 4 hours out of the day. And there are days, and that's the frustrating part, is it is difficult to get anything accomplished outside of just taking care of the animals. That's just the nature of it. Like I said, we're blessed, and I love what we have and what we do. But, for those of you who watch, a 10-minute or sometimes 30-minute video and say, wow, that's the easy life. Nobody said that in the comments. I'm just saying, if that's, you're thinking that, or you're just happening upon the channel for the first time and say, wow, they've got it so good and so easy. It's a lot of work. I mean, we typically get up between 6 and 6:30. We're out the door, feed the rabbits, turn the guineas loose, turn the ducks loose, turn the chickens loose, move the little chickens that are not big enough to be with the big chickens out of the barn, so they're out in the sun, which, hey, there's another project that we're working on. And let me show you this. And then of course feed the dogs and make sure the cows and the sheep have water and all that. And make sure the sheep are still in their area. But yep, I'm resurrecting the old Bronco Easy Up. I've spent many Saturday mornings under that with my son playing Pop Warner football in Arizona, and we got it out here, and I had it set up for some reason, and we had a wind come through, and you know what happens to an Easy Up. Hang on one second. Belle, hey, Belle. Belle is sniffing at the kitties. Good girl, thank you. So anyway, I was about to steal some of the metal pipes from it, and I thought, well, wait a minute. This thing doesn't have to be collapsible anymore. So I just took out the broken plastic clips, drilled through it, put in some screws, and put it back together. I'm leaving it short. So yeah, what's taking me so long? Well, had to get the chicken wire around it. Let me try to, there you go. And then had to put a rod across the bottom, and there's one across the back. Well, I need one for the sides too, because our concern is we're going to leave the chickens in there. They're big enough now, they're feathered out. They don't have to be in the barn. This way we don't have to move them in and out, in and out, and in and out. But we also don't want something squirreling its way underneath to get to the chickens. Let's see how it just raises up. Anything could go in or out if they wanted to. So I am trying to find a couple more metal pipes to put on there, but that's almost done. But again, 3 days working on this now, and it's not done yet. So maybe I'm just getting a little long in the tooth here. It's evening, another day is about done. Say hi, Belle. She loves her bone. Yes, she just threw it to me. Where's she going? And then, of course, Belle wants to play catch all day long, don't you, sweetie? Don't you? I know. She's such a pretty girl. She's a good girl. Here comes. Anyway. All right, so let me see. What else did I want to talk about? I am sure that everybody here knows Permapastures Farm. If you don't, you need to go over and check them out. They just hit 100,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? That is so awesome. I'm so happy for them. They are in the middle of strawberry getting over there. Strawberries are, just they can't keep up with them. Last year we went over and helped them pick, and we came home with a 5-gallon bucket of strawberries. It was quite incredible. But we're sitting on the platform for the sawmill. As you can see, been working on it. Still not done, but as important as that is, it still has a lower priority. So if you look over my shoulder right up there, that is the water tank for the cows. And yeah, Coco is still knocking that thing over. So that, that gets higher priority because the cows have to have their water. So I drop everything, turn it up a bit right, get the water, the hose put back in the creek to divert it into the tank until it gets filled, and hope he doesn't knock it over again. But, and I don't mean for this to sound like a downer. I mean, again, we're truly blessed. We're just beyond blessed where we are and our neighbors and everything that we have and all that God has provided. And we do pray multiple times a day and thank God for those blessings, as well as our family and all of you. But things happen. I mean, I'm watching the turkey pace back and forth. She's only got 3 of her little chicks left. We started with 7. Well, sorry, 1 is in the barn, so there are 4 of the 7. But the guineas, you saw us working on the splay leg. Both of them passed out of, I think we had 5 guineas originally hatch. There's only 1 left of the guineas, and things just happen. That's just how it is on a farm, and there's no getting around that. And I'm not complaining about that. It's just you put in this effort, and you always pray for the best and prepare for the worst kind of thing, right? Up in the corn garden, because the deer pressure has been so bad the last couple of years. We actually have 2 rows of fencing in around that, and something nibbled the top of one of the tomato plants. I think it might have been a rabbit. I don't know, but we have not seen any further evidence. So we're hoping. But last night, 9:30, we walk out and there's a deer just standing right there, looking at our garden, our main garden, just looking in like, where do I want to start? I just can't have that. That's our food source. That's our resources. We always figure in when we're planting gardens, 10 to 15% is going to go back to nature in some form or another, and we're fine with that. But we can't have them going in and decimating everything like they did last year. And that's the problem with neighbors feeding them. And I understand. In the winter, they don't have much to eat, and they're beautiful creatures. I totally get it. Belle, you're a beautiful creature, aren't you? Silly girl. But it also makes the deer very unafraid of people, and that's a problem. So we'll see what we need to do there. But anyway, so question: have you got your hori knife? Father's Day is coming up. Makes a great gift, and we do have comfrey root and deodorant and rooting hormone. Those are over on our website, renewedhomestead.com/shop, and everything anything you purchase helps us out here. We've got obviously a lot of projects and a lot of things we want to get done, and every little bit helps, and we do appreciate that. What else, Belle? She says, I don't care what you're saying, just throw my bone for me, right? Silly girl. All right, be back in just a moment. All right. Well, something that did come to mind. While I'm working on one project, Denise is working on other projects, taking care of the birds. We've got a chicken that got hurt, and chickens are mean. If one gets hurt, the others peck at it, and they will actually peck a chicken to death. So she's been working on nursing that poor bird back to health, and while she's working on other things. But a question that we do see come up often is, how do I get my spouse on board with, living on a homestead or a farm or ranch, whatever it is? And you can't exactly force somebody to do this. They would go in dragging their feet, and if you're both not on board, this is probably not the best direction for you to go, because Denise and I are both 90 miles an hour, and 90% of the time we're going in the same direction. But I lean heavy on her for things, and she leans heavy on me for things, and that's why we make such a great team. But um, again, I don't want to sound like this is a downer kind of video. That's just kind of a reality check of what goes on and what happens, and that there's a lot behind the scenes in the what you don't get to see on film. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and kind of clue you in where we're at, and maybe air a little frustration of mine. But anyway, I do hope you're well, and truly, I wouldn't trade this life for anything else in the world. And anyway, do pray for this world, pray for our leadership, and certainly pray for each other. We got God's commandments: love God and love your neighbors, and we need a whole lot more of that out there. So anyway, uh, comment. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. I know I used to think I knew how little time I had when I was working 40 hours plus a week, plus all of this, and it just seems like I'm twice as busy now that I'm not working a desk job. it's it's crazy. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you are well. God bless. We are praying for you too. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.